is giving him what Satan thinks is Satan's, is his. It should be his also. God showed everyone in heaven who his son really is, who Michael really is. What is his relationship with all the angels, the other angels? It says here, before the assembled inhabitants of heaven, the king declared that none but Christ, the only begotten of God, could fully enter into his purposes, and to him it was committed to execute the mighty counsels of his will. The Son of God had wrought the Father's will in the creation of all the hosts of heaven, and to him as well as to God their homage and allegiance were due. So it was shown to the heavenly host that Christ or Michael is the creator, their creator. It was he who created the heavenly hosts. That is why to him as well as to God was their allegiance due and homage. Christ was still to exercise divine power in the creation of the earth and its inhabitants. But in all this, he would not seek power or exaltation for himself, contrary to God's plan, but would exalt the Father's glory and execute his purposes of beneficence and love. So during this time, earth was not yet made. When the controversy started in heaven, earth was not yet made. The angels joyfully acknowledged the supremacy of Christ and prostrating themselves before him poured out their love and adoration. Lucifer bowed with them. So this is how Satan does things. When he saw all the angels understand when God presented before them who Christ really was, Lucifer also bowed. But what's in his heart is different from his action. It says here, but in his heart there was a strange, fierce conflict. Truth, justice, and loyalty were struggling against envy and jealousy. The influence of the holy angels seemed for a time to carry him with them, as songs of praise ascended in melodious strains, swelled by thousands of glad voices. The spirit of evil seemed vanquished, and unutterable love thrilled his entire being. His soul went out in harmony with the sinless worshippers, in love to the Father and the Son. So, Satan really was convinced that Christ is also his creator. But there was still envy and jealousy in his heart. But again, he was filled with pride in his own glory. So, pride really is an evil trait. His desire for supremacy returned, and envy of Christ was once more indulged. The high honors conferred upon Lucifer were not appreciated as God's special gift, and therefore called forth no gratitude to his Creator. He glorified in his brightness and exaltation, and aspired to be equal with God. He was beloved and reverenced by the heavenly host. Angels delighted to execute his commands, and he was clothed with wisdom and glory above them all. Yet the Son of God was exalted above him, as one in power and authority with the Father. He shared the Father's counsels, while Lucifer did not thus enter into the purposes of God. Why? Questioned this mighty angel. Should Christ have the supremacy? Why is he honored above Lucifer? So those are his questions. Even though he already knew that Christ is his creator, he is still questioning, why is my creator above me? Why is he honored above me? He wanted to be supreme. He wanted authority that is not his. So this is how Satan works. Leaving his place in the immediate presence of the Father, Lucifer went forth to diffuse the spirit of discontent among the angels. So he will plant seeds of discontent among people. His agents will also do this. They will start to question, why is it like this? Why is it like that? They will show discontent. He worked with mysterious secrecy, and for a time concealed his real purpose under an appearance of reverence for God. So he will say one thing, but he has another thing planned. He will say another thing to someone else, but in reality, he is doing something else. He began to insinuate doubts concerning the laws that govern heavenly beings. So there will become doubts. Uh, there will be questionings regarding what is written. That is why in Peter we are told that everything written in the Bible, all prophecy, is not of any private interpretations. We must read, we must accept God's word as it is. We may not be able to get the whole picture using one quotation or one verse, but if we gather all the verses, if we gather God's words, we will see the whole picture, and we are not allowed to interpret uh, portions according to our to how we want it to be. We must compare it with other scriptures. So it says here, he began to insinuate doubts concerning the laws that govern heavenly beings, intimating that though laws might be necessary for the inhabitants of the worlds, angels, being more exalted, needed no such restraint, for their own wisdom was sufficient to guide. So he is now claiming that we don't need these laws. Angels do not need these laws. We are able to do good even without this guide, without these guidelines. He said they were not beings that could bring dishonor to God. All their thoughts were holy. It was no more possible for them than for God himself to err. So now he is claiming to be like God, who does not err. So Satan's agents here on earth will also have this kind of spirit. Everything that you may show that person who is an agent of Satan will be discarded, will not be accepted. Why? Because he would think that he does not err also. The exaltation of the Son of God as equal with the Father was represented as an injustice to Lucifer, who it was claimed was also entitled to reverence and honor. So he now expresses his discontent that it is injustice. Why is the Son of God equal with the Father, and I am not? Why is he honored and revered as such, like the Father, and I am not? If this Prince of Angels could but attain to his true exalted position, great good would accrue to the entire host of heaven, for it was his object to secure freedom for all. So he is now saying that we are not free this way. I want for us to have freedom. But now, even the liberty which they had hitherto enjoyed was at an end. But because of his actions, because of his sinful uh, manifestations, the liberty which they have is ending. For an absolute ruler had been appointed them, and to his authority all must pay homage. He is saying that because Jesus is above me, we will not be free. That is what he is saying. Such were the subtle deceptions that through the wiles of Lucifer were fast
Ay,
obtaining
dito
in the
balik ka
heavenly
nagpalit.
courts.
Iya at mo sa Pasifika, 30 ra.
Mahal gani is
Sorry. So, this is how Satan works. Such were the subtle deceptions that through the wiles of Lucifer were fast obtaining in the heavenly courts. So, Satan is making up stories to deceive people. He will say that this is what is happening, but in reality, that's not what is happening. He will make up stories, and it is very subtle, in a very subtle way. Remember that Satan, Satan, when he speaks, it is very melodious. Uh, the the illustration that comes to mind is how most of the priests talk. Most of the priests talk in a very calm, uh, full voice. It is nice to hear, but if we base if we base things in what is written, we know that most of what they're saying are deceptions. So that's how Satan does things. There had been no change in the position or authority of Christ. So, in reality, Christ really was the Creator. And during the meeting, nothing changed when the Father introduced him to the heavenly host. He was not, how do we say it? He was not promoted. No. From being an angel, Christ was not promoted to become the Creator. No, he was already the Creator. There had been no change in the position or authority of Christ. Lucifer's envy and misrepresentation and his claims to equality with Christ had made necessary a statement of the true position of the Son of God. But this had been the same from the beginning. Many of the angels were, however, blinded by Lucifer's deceptions. So, the Father was forced to introduce Christ to them. He was forced to inform them who Christ really was. But he was from the beginning. He's been the same. Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever. There is nothing new that's been given to Christ. But the angels were, however, blinded by Lucifer's deceptions. Because of Lucifer's cunning ways of saying things, because of his misrepresentation, because of how he presented things to the other angels, many were deceived. Taking advantage of the loving, loyal trust reposed in him by the holy beings under his command, he had so artfully instilled into their minds his own distrust and discontent that his agency was not discerned. So, Satan will take advantage of whatever he can use so that he can plant or put in us his own distrust and discontent. So, his agents also will do this. In Mind, Character, and Personality, there's a quotation that says there that psychology is the science of the devil. Psychology. And his agents, even the pastors, uh, they use this now, psychology. They use psychology to determine how to deceive other people. And if worse comes to worse, they will use hypnotism. They will use hypnotism or mesmerism as it is written in the Spirit of Prophecy. Lucifer had presented the purposes of God in a false light, misconstruing and distorting them to excite dissent and disaffection. So, for those who had experienced facing people, other people, there will be people who will distort what is truth. Even when you tell them that this is not what is happening, they will try to twist things to make it mean that it is happening. He will misconstrue. He will put things in a false light. His purpose is to excite dissent and dissatisfaction. He cunningly drew his hearers on to give utterance to their feelings. So, Satan and his agents will try to plant seeds of this affection. And then, when the other people around them will express uh, those sentiments, the one that he is planted in them, he will use those words that, see, they also are discontent. But in reality, it was him who planted them in their minds so that they will speak it. And this is what he will use as evidence that the angels were not fully in harmony with the government of God. So he will try, Satan's agents will try to make other people speak these words so that he can show that, see, I am right. They are not satisfied. They are against so and so. So we must be we must have discernment.